Welcome to the Texas Cannabis Collective weekly update for the week of July 23rd, 2022. I'm Jesse Williams. Lone Star Collective and Texas Cannabis Collective updates are sponsored by Oak Cliff Cultivators. For more information, visit oakcliffcultivators.com. Support also comes from Thrive Apothecary. For more information, visit thrivetx.com. We've got upcoming events as well in Texas. On August 10th is the Texas Cannabis Roundup. For more information on that event, visit the Events tab in the menu of Texas Cannabis Collective website. This week in cannabis news, the U.S. Senate has unveiled a marijuana legalization bill titled Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act. While the bill aims to not only legalize marijuana, it will establish FDA monitoring requirements like those that are already in place for tobacco and alcohol. The bill was unveiled by Senator Chuck Schumer of New York Thursday afternoon. Cannabis legalization has proven immensely successful at the state level, so it is time that Congress catches up with the rest of the country. Schumer stated Thursday afternoon on the Senate floor, "I am proud to be the first majority leader ever to say that it is time to end the federal prohibition on cannabis, and this bill provides the best framework for updating our cannabis laws and reversing decades of harm inflicted by the war on drugs." Schumer did not announce next steps on the legislation or whether he will attempt to bring it up for further consideration on the Senate floor, though he said he hopes to get something done on marijuana this year. For a more in-depth look at the bill, be sure to subscribe and check out our series of articles on the topic as they are released. Texas hemp industry fellows gathered in San Antonio on Friday and Saturday for the Hemping and Texas Expo. The small expo, hosted in the heart of downtown San Antonio, offered a chance for locals and nearby suburbs a look into the Texas hemp industry. Offering a more intimate approach, the event was held at the Residence Inn by Marriott Convention Center. Patrons were able to gather information about cooking, sanitation solutions, various consumable products, building materials, and even information on the state's medical marijuana program. All attendees were given a presentation by various businesses and advocates in the space, and a presentation was given by the Texas Department of Agriculture and Russell Jessup of Texas A&M. The next event to be sponsored and co-hosted by the Texas Cannabis Collective will be the Texas Cannabis Roundup in Dallas, Texas at the Longhorn Ice House on August 10th. The federal government has noted that it plans to issue another marijuana supplier contract regarding research purposes. The National Institute on Drug Abuse, NIDA, has kept a single research contract with the University of Mississippi for over 5 decades. Advocates and researchers had been vocal about the issues surrounding the quality of the cannabis and extracts produced at the facility. At one point, every part of the plant was blended together to be used for research of cannabis as medicine. After a hard push, advocates may now have an option on who to get their research materials from, ending a 50-plus year monopoly on the plant's research. According to Marijuana Moment, NIDA posted the pre-solicitation notice last week, notifying institutions that have received Drug Enforcement Administration approval to cultivate cannabis that they will be able to submit applications to supply marijuana starting on or around July 28th. This comes about 2 months after the agency first published an initial sources sought notice to gather information from prospective applicants about their ability to grow and analyze cannabis. That is it for this week in Cannabis News Review here at Texas Cannabis Collective. If there's something going on in the Texas cannabis space that you think others should be aware of, just drop us a note on our contact form online. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter at TXCANNACO, TexasCannaco.com, and search for Lone Star Collective Podcast in your search engine to get updates about our show and weekly news. Have a safe week, Texas, and stay hydrated to beat the heat.